All right, guys, I know I always say you should not drink alcohol while trading, but today the highlights from Friday may refute that. So we'll see. But anyway, let me start with the SPY. We gapped up to all-time highs in the overall market. So we're still very, very strong. And then the hat tips. Couple great posts in chat today. I want to say by the two biggest drinkers in the room, but I don't want to insult, take away from other drinkers, right? But let's start with Nora. DVLT. It was on our radar early and then had this nice early pop, then put in this lower high at 255 and kind of went sideways. Her idea was back over that 255, which puts the stop down here, I want to say about a dime away. And it went to 349, went almost a buck on a dime risk. Great post by Nora. And that was kind of my main focus in the morning was DVLT. And then Miguel, one of the other bigger drinkers in the room. This sounds wrong, doesn't it? Again, there could be other drinkers, but I know both Miguel and Nora start drinking before the opening bell. So I have to kind of make this a special edition for them. Maybe drinking and trading is the way to go. CIFR topped out at 1894, pulled back. Miguel's idea was through 19, which basically happened right where my cursor is, and it went all the way to 2070. So that's $1.70 on about 35 cents risk. Never came close to stopping out. So those are my highlighted posts from Friday. There were certainly other stuff that we traded, but those were my two favorites. And let's go into what we're watching for Monday. POET. It's just been a recently strong stock and it's been chopping around ever since, starting to curl back up. I kind of like the fact that topped out at 859 on Friday, and if you look to the left, it's got another recent high at 865. So over Friday's high, then we might take out that 65 and maybe come up here and test recent highs. NUAI, very interesting. Had a big run on Friday, topped out at 620, and its all-time high is 621. So this is one to watch really all week. ASST, can't remember the name, but somebody came out and bought like 1 million shares or something, and it got it going. It's definitely an ugly daily chart, but anyway, topped at $1.20 on Friday. I think it's worth watching with that kind of volume. IRBT, recent high flyer, right? Had this big rip back here and is already back up near those recent highs. Decent volume on Friday as well. WGRX, massive volume but closed way off its highs. As a day trader, I still want to keep that on a chart and see if it sets up. Wait a minute here. DVLT, I threw myself off. I've already talked about it, but that was because of the Nora call on Friday. Absolutely interesting. Had a massive move, big volume. I'd like to see a couple day pullback and then it'd be my top watch again, but we are going to start watching it again on Monday. CYH, big volume and topped at 417, and you look to the left, 447 is the next recent high. So we always look to the left and see if there's another catalyst on the chart. When I say catalyst, I don't mean news catalyst. I mean, a recent high price that if broken could get some short covering. LAES, also another really strong stock lately. Looked like it was completely rolling over, and good volume on Friday and a strong close. BACQ, Citron post on Thursday, and then on Friday took out Thursday's high, but gave a lot of that back. I'm just going to treat that as a bounce play because it's certainly in play. GSIT goes right back on bounce watch. Had this big rip, had an offering in somewhere in here. You got a couple days lower. Could be ready to turn back up on Monday. We'll see if we get a bounce play setup. RANI, also a really strong stock, 3 days in a row now, down to the 8-day. Decent bounce play setup. And I'm going to throw Beyond, BYND, Beyond Meat on there. Had the craziest move there. And it does feel like, it's back down to the 20-day now. It does feel like, hey, maybe that was just a flash in the pan and it's done forever. But who knows, right? It certainly it broke 2 billion shares 2 different days in a row, and now it's way off its high. So for me, and hitting the 20-day, for me, it is a stock that could give a decent percentage gain bounce one day this week, maybe tomorrow. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys in pre-market on Monday, and we'll add some gappers to this list. Enjoy your rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you in chat.